So I've had my tiger hanging in the hallway for about a week because I just wanted to get his positioning right. I like to give it some time and hang him on a wall where I'm going to be walking by him a lot, so that when I walk by him and I'm looking at him with fresh eyes, and by fresh eyes I mean I haven't been staring at him and working on him for a few hours. So I walk by him and then I see, does it feel right? You know, what do I feel when I'm looking at him? And so today I got the angle where I wanted it, and it just felt so good. So now I'm going to transfer on my line drawing from my transparencies. So originally I used acrylic paint pens to draw my line drawing on. I went a little detailed on my line drawing because I thought that just to show you guys easier, and also if I want to use this again, or if I do it as a class, then I've got a really great line drawing that I don't have to do again. So the first thing I did was I taped down the top so it's nice and secure, because I'm going to be lifting up my transparencies a lot as I check my lines when I'm transferring them. Then I took some graphite paper and a clean paper towel, and this is brand new graphite paper, so before I use new graphite paper, I just wipe it down to get rid of any loose powder from when they make it. So the gray one is graphite based, which is just like the graphite in your pencils, and this white one is white chalk based. Come on back here, Mr. Graphite. I've got some fans on in the studio because it is toasty in the summertime. Now if I do any lines underneath that I don't like, I love these. They're little electric erasers. Oh my gosh, so fun to play with. Okay, so let's see, where do I want to start? How about we'll just start down here on some of his fur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in so it kind of replicates what I've drawn out here. I'm also knowing that as I paint it in, I can adjust any lines and just make him the best tiger he can be. So before I go too far, I just want to lift up my transparencies and check my lines. I want to make sure that they're not too light. Woo, like that, way too light. I can hardly see them. So that means I need to increase my pressure when I'm pressing down. I don't want to press too hard because you can actually emboss your canvases. So you just kind of want to find a pressure in between where you can see your lines clearly, but they'll be easy to paint over. Yep, so that looks good. I can see that pretty good. So then I can carry on. Right on. So let's transfer some lines. So I finished transferring my pattern. Usually I use a Sharpie to draw my lines on my transparencies, but this time I used the acrylic paint pens because I had white. So one thing I did find was that as it scratched through the color, I do have to come back and just dust off the edges where the acrylic paint pen scratched off the transparencies, but that's no big deal. Now before I lift it up, I just want to make sure that I've got all my lines on there. So I just kind of lift it up and just double check. And I'll go check his ear, like I'll just kind of go through every little section. I've already done that, so now I feel comfortable taking off my transparency. And then we'll give it a little dust. I ended up moving my tape over to the right because it was easier to lift the transparency up this way than upright. In this case, so I'll just set my little tiger aside, and then I'll just give a little dust. I'm going to be adding embellishments around the outer edge. So I'm not too concerned about any smudges that I have here or in here. I've also got little paint pen marks from when I was drawing on the transparencies. That's okay, that'll get painted over. Reminds me of color by number. I love to do color by number as a child. Love them. Especially winter scenes and horses. Okay, so I think he's good to go, and next time we're going to start painting him. And I like to start with the eyes. Thanks for watching.